Well, here's the big enchilada. The U.S. has a giant weather weapon. I agree. Well, here's the big enchilada. In the 60s, they could create, control, and steer or kill hurricanes. I agree. I agree. I agree. In the 60s, they could create, control, and steer or kill hurricanes. In the 60s, they... I agree. In the 60s, they... I agree. In the 60s, they... I agree. In the 60s, they... In the 60s, they... In the 60s, they... In the 60s, they... In the 60s, they could create, control, and steer or kill hurricanes. Well, here's the big enchilada. The U.S. has a giant weather weapon. I agree. I mean, if you actually read what all the globalists say, you've obviously read their writings, you know this, Joe, they are getting not off-world, but interdimensional communications to then build this system that we see lowers our IQ. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. Evil's being let out of the pit right now. I can feel it rising. It's super heavy, like galactic stuff. They give this to you. This is only one little boiled down BS that we could have. You go to what these guys really wrote. They were like intermarrying and involved in wicked seances, wicked seances, wicked seances, wicked seances, and channeling and all this weird ass crap. And then they envisioned, okay, there's a double helix DNA discovered. Okay, biometrics. Okay, world government. Okay, computers. Okay, atomic weapons. You know this, Joe. I agree. Evil's being let out of the pit right now. I can feel it rising. The U.S. has a giant weather weapon. Wicked seances. Well, here's the big enchilada. There's an open rebellion against the criminals that hijacked our government. And so we overthrew the globalists and Obama. Evil's being let out of the pit right now. I can feel it rising. And I can also feel good rising. The spirit of God coming back into the world as well. Almost in tears because I can feel the presence of God. And I know how worldly I am. And it's like being naked and ashamed. And I see all these proud, evil men. They will fall. They will be broken. I agree. I agree. I agree. I mean, if you actually read what all the globalists say, you've obviously read their writings, you know this, Joe, they are getting not off-world, but interdimensional communications to then build this system that we see lowers our IQ. And I'm not sure what's coming in the future, but everybody feels it, everybody sees it. All I can tell you is everybody better get right with God. And all these people out there that think this is funny, you're not going to think it's funny very soon. Well, here's the big enchilada. Bill Clinton has a history of sexual assault. Infowars.com.